We are going to compare today the properties of solid, liquid and gases. Okay, so let us look at solid. A solid has a definite shape and a definite size. So this is the property of solid, that it has definite shape. Okay, you can look at the solid and you can say whether it is a cylinder or a cube or a cuboid, isn't it? And it has a definite volume also. It occupies a specific volume, specific space, isn't it? But in case of liquid, liquid has a definite volume but not a definite shape. That means liquid has a definite volume. That is, if you buy 1 liter of oil or milk, it has a definite volume, isn't it? It will remain in that area. Volume is fixed, but not a definite shape. Suppose you have a 1 liter oil and you put it in a 2 liter bottle, it will not fill up in the 2 liter bottle, it will remain half of that bottle, isn't it? So it has a fixed volume. But then shape can change. Like if you buy milk in a can, it will take the shape of the can. If you buy milk in a plastic cover, it will take the shape of that cover. Okay? So that is what we know about liquids, that it does not have any definite shape. It takes the shape of the container. In whichever container you put, it takes up the shape of that container. But gas has neither a definite volume nor a definite shape. See, if you put gas in a small bottle, it will fill up the whole bottle. So its volume is also not fixed, isn't it? So gas does not have a definite volume or a definite shape. Now, when you talk about the molecules in a solid, we have already learned that the molecules in a solid are closely packed. Here the molecules in a liquid are loosely packed and the molecules in a gas are wide apart. So you know all these points, we have discussed it. The molecules of gas are far apart from each other. Then the molecules in a solid are fixed at their position. They can only vibrate about their mean position. So the molecules in a solid are so close together that they are not free to move. They can only move in their own position. They cannot leave their position. Okay? Like in your exams, your teacher tells you to sit in your places, not to leave your position. So same way, the molecules in a solid have their fixed position. Okay, but in your exams you don't sit so close by, isn't it? But in solids there is not enough space to move also. So they have to sit in their own position and vibrate there. The molecules, when they get energy, they vibrate in their own position. The molecules in a liquid can move within the boundary of the liquid. So the molecules are free to move, but there is a boundary of the liquid. They cannot leave the boundary of the liquid. Okay, so when your classes are going on in your school, you know that you can just sometimes move to give the teacher your notebooks, or you go to sharpen your pencil. So you can move within the class, isn't it? You are not allowed to go out of the class unless under some special cases. So the molecules in a liquid can move within the boundary of the liquid. The molecules of gas can move freely in space, but gas molecules, they take up any amount of space that is available. They can go anywhere. They are completely free. Okay, so this is the difference between solid, liquid and gases in terms of the movement. Okay, then next is intermolecular forces. You know that there are forces in between the molecules. So in case of solid, there is a strong force which holds them together. So the molecules of a solid are very close together, isn't it? They have a very strong bonding. They have a good molecular force which keeps them together. But the intermolecular forces are less strong in case of liquid. That is why they can move a little bit, isn't it? But the intermolecular forces are very weak in cases of gases. That is why there is nothing to hold them together, so they can move as apart from each other. Now here in this case, the molecules in a solid are closely packed, therefore the solid is highly rigid. Since the molecules are close, highly rigid means you cannot press a solid and change its shape. Okay, like if you say you don't like the shape of your table, so if you keep on pressing it, will the shape change? No, because the molecules are tightly packed, therefore it is highly rigid. But in case of a liquid, you know that if you have a packet of milk, if you press it, it is compressible, isn't it? Its shape changes. So molecules are not so closely packed, so they can adjust together a little bit more, and so the shape changes. Therefore they are compressible, you can say, or they are less rigid. Liquids are less rigid, or you can say liquids are compressible. That means you can press it. The molecules in a gas are least closely packed. So they are not at all closely packed. They are far apart from each other, isn't it? Therefore, gases are non-rigid. So you can compress a gas. So these are some points which you have to write in your notebook today. Okay, write the comparative study of solid, liquid and gases. So each point you write down neatly. Okay, and don't send it me today. I will see it later on. So you just copy this table in your notebook. Okay.